गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता द्वितीयोऽध्यायः सांख्ययोगा। श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता चैप्टर 2 योगा ऑफ नॉलेज। संजय उवाच तं तथा कृपयाविष्टम् अश्रुपूर्णाकुलेक्षणम् विषीदन्तमिदं वाक्यम् उवाच मधुसूदनः। Sanjaya said to him who was thus overcome with pity and whose eyes were full of tears and bore a bewildered look, Sri Krishna spoke as follows. Sri Bhagavanuvāca kutastvā kashmalamidam vishame samupastitam anāryajushtamasvargyam akirtikaram Arjuna. The blessed Lord said, O Arjuna, whence has this loathsome stupidity come upon you in this crisis? It, that is, this attitude, is unworthy of a noble personage. It is a bar to heaven and a cause of much disrepute. Klaibhyam asmagamaha parthanaitattvayupapadyate kshudram hrudaya dhaurbhalyam chaktotishta parastapa. O Partha, yield not to unmanliness, it befits thee not. Abandoning this base faint-heartedness, rise up, O dreaded hero. Arjuna uvacha katam bhishmamaham sanke dronam cha madhusudana ishubhihi pratiyotsyami pujaha varisudana. Arjuna said, O Krishna, how can I attack Bhishma and Drona in battle with my arrows? They are indeed worthy of worship, O destroyer of foes. Guru nahatva hi mahanubhavan shreyo bhoktum vaikshva mapiha loke atvartha kamanstu guru nihaiva bhungniya bhogan rudira pratigdan. It is indeed better to live here in this world on a beggar's fare than to prosper by killing these venerable teachers. The enjoyment of pleasure and power obtained through the slaughter of these teachers and elders will surely be blood-stained. Na chaita vidmaha kataranno gariyo yadva jayema yadiva no jayeyuhu यानेव हत्वा न जिजीविषामः ते वस्तिता प्रमुखे धार्तराष्ट्रा. We do not know which of the two, that is alternatives, will be the better, the one that we should conquer them or the other that they should conquer us. The men on the side of Dhritarashtra standing arrayed against us are the very people after killing whom we should not care to live. कार्पण्य दोषोपहत स्वभावः पृच्छामि त्वां धर्म सम्मूढचेता यच्छ्रेयः स्यान्निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्तेऽहं शाधि मां त्वां प्रसन्नम्. My natural disposition is vitiated by a sense of pity and my mind is in utter confusion regarding my duty. Lord, I beg thee, tell me with certainty what will lead to my good. I am the disciple. Instruct me who have taken refuge in thee. Na hi prapashyami mamapanudyat yacchokamuccoshanamindriyanam avapya bhumavasapatnamruddham rajyam suranamapi chadipatyam. I do not find anything that can assuage this grief which numbs my senses, neither the unchallenged lordship over a prosperous kingdom, nor even the overlordship of all the devas can do so. Sanjaya uvacha evamuktvā Hrishikesham Gudakeshah Parantapaha Nayotsa iti Govinda muktva tushnim. bhabhuvaha. Sanjaya said, addressing Sri Krishna, the master of the senses, Arjuna, though valorous and vigilant, said, I will not fight, and sat silent. Tamuvacha Hrushikeshah prahasanniv bharata सेनयोरुभयोर्मध्ये विषीदन्तमिदं वचः. O king, to him who was thus sitting, grief-stricken between the two armies, that is, instead of fighting, Sri Krishna said as if by way of ridicule, Sri Bhagawanuvacha ashochananvashocastvam pragnavadamsha bhashase Gatasuna gatasumsha nanushocanti pandita. The blessed Lord said, you are mourning for those who should not be mourned for, yet you speak like a wise man. The truly wise never weep either for the dead or for the living. Na tvevaham jatu nasam na tattvam neme janadipa न चैव न भविष्यामः सर्वे वयमतः परम्. Never was there a time when I did not exist, nor you, nor these rulers of men, nor shall all of us cease to be hereafter. Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara tata dehantara praktirdirastatra namahyati. Even as the attainment of childhood, youth, and old age is to one in this physical life, so is the change to another body at death. For the embodied soul, wise men are not deluded by this. Matra sparshastu kaunteya sitoshna sukadukkhada agamapayino nityastam stitiksha svabharata. Contact of the senses with their objects generates cold and heat, pleasure and pain. They come and go, being impermanent. Bear with them patiently, ocean of the Bharata race. Yam hinavyatah yanchete purusham purusharshaba samadukka sukham dhiram somrutatvaya kalpate. O leader of men, that enlightened one who is unperturbed alike in pleasure and pain, whom these do not distress, he indeed is worthy of immortality. Na sato vidyate bhavo na bhavo vidyate sataha ubhayorapi drushyo tatsvanayos tatvadarshibhihi. The unreal can never come into existence, and the real can never cease to be. The wise philosophers have known the truth about these categories, that is, of the real and the unreal. Avinashitu tadvadyena sarvamidam tadam vinashamavvyaya sasyana kashit kurtumarhati. Know that reality by which everything is pervaded to be indestructible. No one can cause the destruction of this immutable being. Antavanta ime deha nityasyoktaha sharirinaha anashino prameyasya tasmad yudhyasva bharata. What is said to perish are these bodies in which the imperishable and unlimited spirit is embodied. Therefore fight, ocean of the Bharata race. Ya enam vetti hantaram yashainam manyate hatam ubhau tau na vijanito nayam hantina hanyate. He who thinks him, that is the self, to be the killer, and who experiences him, that is the self, as the killed, both of them know not. He, that is the self, neither kills nor is killed. Na jayate mriyate va kadachit nayam bhutva bhavita va na bhuyaha ajo nityah shashvatoyam purano na hanyate hanyamane sharire. He, that is this self, has neither birth nor death, nor does he cease to be, having been in existence before, unborn, eternal, permanent and primeval. He is never killed when the body is killed. Veda vinashinam nityam yayena majamavyayam. Katam sa purushah spartakam ghatayati hantikam. O Arjuna, know this self to be eternal, undecaying, birthless, and indestructible. A person who knows him to be so, whom can he slay or cause another to slay? Vasamsi jeernani yada vihaya navani gruhnati naroparani tata sharirani vihaya jeerna anyanyani samyati navani dehi. Just as a man gives up old garments and puts on new ones, so the embodied self abandons decrepit bodies and assumes new ones. Nainam chindanti shastrani nainam dahati pavaka na chainam kledayanyapo na shoshayati marutaha. Him the weapons cleave not, him the fire burns not, him the waters wet not, him the wind dries not. अच्छेद्यो यमदाह्योऽयं अक्लेद्यो शोष्य एव च नित्यः सर्वगतस्थानो अचलोऽयं सनातनः. He cannot be cut or burnt. He can neither be wetted nor dried. Eternal, all-pervading, immovable, and motionless, He is the same forever. अव्यक्त्योऽयमचिन्त्योऽयम् अविकार्योऽयमुच्यते तस्मादेवं विदित्वैनं नानुशोचितुमर्हसि. Knowing him, that is the self, to be unmanifest, inconceivable and unmodifiable, it is improper to mourn for him. अत चैनं नित्यजातं नित्यं वा मन्यसे मृतम् तथापि त्वं महाबाहो नैनं शोचितुमर्हसि. In the alternative, even if you hold him, that is the self, to be subject to constant births and deaths, there is no justification, O mighty armed, for your mourning for him. Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityu dhruvam janma mrutasya cha tasmada pariharyerdhena tvam shochitumarhasi. For the born, death is unavoidable, and for the dead, birth is sure to take place. Therefore, in a situation that is inevitable, there is no justification for you to grieve. अव्यक्तादीनि भूतानि व्यक्तमध्यानि भारत अव्यक्त्य निदानान्येव तत्र का परिदेवना. Mystery surrounds the origin of beings. Mysterious too is their end. Only in the interim between birth and death are they manifested clearly. Such being the case, what is there to grieve about? आश्चर्यवत् पश्यति कश्चिदेनं आश्चर्यवद्वद्वति तथैव चान्यः आश्चर्यवच्चैनमन्यः शृणोति श्रुत्वाप्येनं वेद न चैव कच्चित्. Some have a glimpse of him as a marvel, some speak of him as a marvel, and yet others hear of him as a marvel, yet none understands him in truth, in spite of, that is, seeing, speaking and hearing about him. Dehi nityamavadyoyam dehe sarvasya bharata tasmat sarvani bhutani natvam shochitumarhasi. At no time can the spirit embodied in all beings be slain. Therefore, there is no reason for you to grieve for anyone. स्वधर्ममपि चावेक्ष्य न विकम्मितुमर्हसि धर्माद्य युद्धात् श्रेयोऽन्यत् क्षत्रियस्य न विद्यते. Further, even from the point of view of one's own duty, you ought not to falter. There is no greater good for a kshatriya than what a righteous war offers. यदृच्छया चोपपन्नं स्वर्गद्वारमापावृतं सुखिनः क्षत्रिया पात लभन्ते युद्धमीदृशम्. O Arjuna, that Kshatriya must indeed be a happy man to whom comes unsought a war like this, which is an open gate to heaven, अतचेत्त्वमिमं धर्म्यं सङ्ग्रामं न करिष्यसि ततः स्वधर्मं कीर्तिं च हित्वा पापमवाप्स्यसि. If you do not take part in this righteous work, you will incur sin, besides failing in your duty and forfeiting your reputation. अकीर्तिज्ञापि भूतानि कथयिष्यन्ति ते व्ययां सम्भावितस्य चाकीर्तिः मरणादतिरिच्यते. Besides, everyone will speak ill of you for all time. More poignant than death is a disrepute to a man accustomed to be honored by all. भयाद्रनादुपरतं मंसन्ते त्वां महारथा येषां च त्वं बहुमुखोद्भूत्वा यास्यसि लाघवम्. The great car warriors will consider you as having fled from battle out of fear, and you who have been the object of their respect will be despised by them hereafter. अवाच्य वादांश बहून्वदिष्यन्ति तावाहिता निन्दन्तस्तव सामर्थ्यं ततो दुःखतरं सुखिम्. Your enemies will indulge in derogatory speeches against you, belittling your prowess. What is more painful than that? हतो व प्राप्यसि स्वर्गं जित्वा वज्भोक्ष्यसि महीम् तस्मादुत्तिष्ठ कौन्तेय युद्धाय कृतनिश्चया. O son of Kunti, if killed in battle, you will attain heaven. If victorious, you will enjoy the kingdom. Therefore arise, resolved to fight. सुख दुःखे समे कृत्वा लाभालाभौ जया जयौ ततो युद्धाय युज्यस्व नैवं पापमवाप्स्यसि. Treating alike pleasure and pain, gain and loss, victory and defeat, be ready for battle, thus you will not incur any sin. एषा ते विहिता सांख्ये बुद्धिर्योगे त्विमां शृणु बुद्ध्या युक्तो यया पाता कर्मबन्धं प्रहास्यसि. O Arjuna, what has been declared to you is the truth according to the Samkhya, the path of knowledge. Listen now to the teaching of yoga, that is the path of selfless action combined with devotion, by practicing which the bondage of karma is overcome. नेहा विक्रमानाशोऽस्ति प्रत्यवायो न विद्यते स्वल्पमप्यस्य धर्मस्य त्रायते महतो भयात्. In this path of yoga, the path of selfless action combined with devotion, no effort is lost due to incompleteness and no contrary effect of an adverse nature is produced due to failures. Even a little observance of this discipline saves one from great fear. व्यवसायात्मिक बुद्धिरेकेह कुरु नन्दना बहुशाखाह्याश्चान्त बुद्धयो व्यवसायिनाम्. O Arjuna, in those following this path, the buddhi, that is the understanding that has the nature of producing conviction, is directed towards a single objective. In those without any spiritual conviction, the understanding gets scattered and pursues countless ends. यामिमां पुष्पितां वाचं प्रवदन्त्य विपच्छितः वेदवादरताः पार्थ नान्यदस्तीति वादिनः कामात्मानां स्वर्गपराः जन्मकर्मफलप्रदां क्रियाविशेषबहुलां भोगैश्वर्यगतिं प्रति भोगैश्वर्यप्रसक्तानां तया बहुप्रतचेतसां व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः समाधौ न विधीयते. O Arjuna, there are people who delight in the eulogist statements of the Vedas and argue that the purport of the Vedas consists in these and nothing else. They are full of worldly desires. Paradise is their highest goal, and they are totally blind in a spiritual sense. They expatiate upon those florid Vedic texts which describe the means for the attainment of pleasure and power, which provide attractive embodiments as the fruits of actions, and which are full of descriptions of rites and rituals, that is, through which these fulfillments are obtained. In the minds of these votaries of pleasure and power, addicted to enjoyments of the above description, steadfast wisdom that is capable of revealing the truth is never generated. त्रैगुण्य विषया वेदा निस्त्रैगुण्यो भवार्जुना निर्द्वन्द्वो नित्यसत्त्वस्थो निर्योगक्षेम आत्मवान्. O Arjuna, the Vedas deal with material ends, but you be established in the spirit, in the immutable purity of it, having abandoned all material values, attachment to possessions, and concern with the contraries of life like pleasure and pain, heat and cold. यावानर्ध उदपाने सर्वतः संप्लुप्तोदके तावान् सर्वेषु वेदेषु ब्राह्मणस्य विजानतः. What use a pond has got when a whole country is flooded, that much of use only the Veda has got to a Brahmana who is full of wisdom. कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्मफलहेतुर्भूर्मा ते सग्नोस्त्वकर्मणि. To work alone you have competence, and not to claim their fruits. Let not the longing for fruits be the motive force of your action. At the same time, let not this attitude confirm you in indolent inaction. योगस्थः कुरु कुर्माणि सघ्नः त्वा धनञ्जया सिद्ध्यसिद्ध्यो नमो भूत्वा समत्वं योग उच्यते. Engage yourself in action with the mind steadfast in yoga, abandon attachments, O Arjuna, and be unperturbed in success and failure. This unperturbed sameness in all conditions is yoga. दूरेण शवरं कर्म बुद्धियोगा धनञ्जया बुद्धौ शरणमन्विच्य कृपणा फलहेतवः. O Arjuna, mere action with attachment is far inferior to action done with the mind poised in evenness. Seek shelter in this state of unperturbed evenness, that is, which can arise only in a desireless mind in communion with the divine. Those who work for selfish gains are indeed pitiable. बुद्धियुक्तो जहाति उभे सुकृत दुष्कृते तस्माद् योगाय युज्यस्व योगः कर्मसु कौशलम्. One endowed with this unperturbed evenness of mind abandons the effects of both good and bad actions, even here itself. Therefore, strive for this state of yoga. Yoga is skill in action. कर्मजं बुद्धियुक्ता हि फलं त्यक्त्वा मनीषिणः जन्मबन्ध विनुर्मुक्ता पदं गच्छन्त्यनामयम्. Wise men established thus in the unperturbed evenness of mind abandon the fruits of action, free themselves from entanglement in the cycle of births and deaths, and attain to the state of freedom from all sorrow, that is liberation. यदा ते मोहकलिलं बुद्धिर्व्यतितरिष्यति तदा गन्तासि निर्वेदं श्रोतव्यस्य श्रुतस्य च. When you have overcome the delusions of your understanding sprung from self-centered attachment, then you attain to a state of indifference towards all the past experiences and the others yet to be had. Shruti vipratipanna te yada stasyati nicchala samadhavachala buddhistada yogamavapyasi. When your intellect, fed up with the bewildered scriptural doctrines and their interpretations, settles, that is finally, in steady and unwavering introspection, then you will attain to real yoga. Arjuna uvacha स्थितप्रज्ञस्य का भाषा समाधिस्थस्य केशवा स्थितधीः किं प्रभाषेत किमासीत व्रजेत किम्. Arjuna said, O Keshava, what are the signs of a person who has attained to steady wisdom and deep introspection? How does he speak? How does he sit? How does he walk? That is, how does he behave in life generally? Sri Bhagavanuvacha Prajahati yada kaman sarvannath manogatan Atmanyevatmana tushnah stitah pragnastadochyate. The blessed Lord said, O son of Partha, when all the desires of the heart have been abandoned and the spirit finds joyous satisfaction in itself, that is, without dependence on any external factor, then is one spoken of as a person of steady wisdom. दुःखेष्वनुद्विग्नमनाः सुखेषु विगतस्पृहः वीतरागभयक्रोधः स्थितधीर्मुनिरुच्यते. Whose mind is not agitated in adversity, who is free from desire, and who is devoid of attachments, fear, and anger, such a person is called a sage of steady wisdom. यः सर्वत्रानभिस्नेह तत्तत्प्राश्य शुभाशुभम् नाभिनन्दति न द्वेष्टि तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता. Whoever is without self-centered affection for anything, who rejoices not in favorable situations and hates not in unfavorable ones, such a person's wisdom is firmly set. यदा संहारते चायं कूर्मो ज्ञानीव सर्वशः इन्द्रियाणीन्द्रियार्थेभ्यः तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता. When a person can withdraw his senses from their objects, just like the tortoise its limbs on all sides, his wisdom is firmly set. Vishaya vinivartante niraharasya dehinah rasavarjam rasoshasya param društva nivartate. From the abstinent soul sense, objects fall away, but not the taste for them. When the supreme truth is realized, even the taste departs. Yatato hyapi kaunteya purushasya vipachitah indriyani pramatini haranti prasabham manaha. O son of Kunti, the turbulent senses do not violently draw away the mind of even a discerning person who is earnestly striving on the spiritual path. तानि सर्वाणि संयम्य युक्त असीत मत्परः वशे हि यस्य इन्द्रियाणि तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता. Having controlled them all, one should become entirely devoted to me. He whose senses are under control, his wisdom is firmly set. ध्यायतो विषयान् पुंसः सग्नस्तेषु पाजायते सग्नात् ज्ञायते कामः कामात् क्रोधोऽभिजायते. In one who dwells longingly on sense objects, an inclination towards them is generated. This inclination develops into desire, and desire begets anger. क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहात् स्मृतिविभ्रमः स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशो बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति. Anger generates delusion, and delusion results in loss of memory. Loss of memory brings about the destruction of discriminative intelligence, and loss of discriminative intelligence spells ruin to a man. रागद्वेष वियुक्तस्तु विषयानिन्द्रियश्चरन् आत्मवैश्यर्विद्येयात्मा प्रसादमधिगच्छति. A man of disciplined mind who has his senses under control and who has neither attraction nor aversion for sense objects attains tranquility, though he may be moving amidst objects of the senses. प्रसादे सर्वदुःखानां हानिरस्योपजायते प्रसन्नचेतसो ह्याशु बुद्धिः पर्यवतिष्ठते. On attaining tranquility, all one's sorrows come to an end, for soon does the intellect of a tranquil person become steady. नास्ति बुद्धिरयुक्तस्य न चायुक्तस्य भावना न चाभावायतः शान्तिरशान्तस्य कुतः सुखम्. A man of uncontrolled senses has no spiritual comprehension. He has no capacity for meditation either. For the unmeditative there is no peace, and where is happiness for he, for one without peace of mind? इन्द्रियाणां हि चरतां यन्मनोनु विधीयते तदस्य हरति प्रज्ञां वायुर्नावामि मानसि. The senses are naturally disposed to move towards their objects. Whichever of these senses the mind pursues, that sense carries away that mind as a gale does a ship on the high seas. तस्माद् यस्य महाबाहो निगृहीतानि सर्वशः इन्द्रियाणीन्द्रियार्थेभ्यः तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता. Therefore, O mighty Arjuna, he who can completely restrain his senses from pursuing their objects has his wisdom firmly set. या निशा सर्वभूतानां तस्यां जागर्ति संयमी यस्यां जागृति भूतानि सा निशा पश्यतो मुने. What is like night to all ignorant beings, to that Atman consciousness the self-controlled sage is awake, and the sensate life to which all ignorant beings are awake, that is like night to this illumined sage. अपूर्यमानमचलप्रतिष्ठं समुद्रमापः प्रविशन्ति यद्वत् तद्वत्कामयां प्रविशन्ति सर्वे स शान्तिमाप्नोति न कामकामी. He into whom objects of desire enter, that is unsought and causing no perturbation, even like the ocean that is ever being filled by the rivers but still remains steady within its bounds, such a person attains to peace, not he who runs madly after objects of desire. विहाय कामान्यः सर्वान् पुमाचरति निःस्पृहः निर्ममो निराङ्कारः स शान्तिमधिगच्छति. Whoever has abandoned desires and moves about without attachments and the sense of I and mine, he attains to peace. एषा ब्राह्मी स्थितिः पार्था नैनां प्राप्य विमुह्यति स्थित्वा स्यमन्तकालेऽपि ब्रह्मनिर्वाणमृच्छति. This, O son of Partha, is the state of dwelling in Brahman. Having attained it, one is no more deluded by abiding in that state. Even by the time of death, one is united with Brahman. Om iti Srimad-Bhagavad-Gitasu Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Sri Krishnarjuna Samvade Sankhya Yogo Nama Dvitiyodhyayah. Om Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Chapter 2, Yoga of Knowledge. Summary. Lord Krishna taught us through Arjuna the difference between Atma and body. We are Atma with a body. Atma is unborn and indestructible. One and the same Atma dwells inside all bodies, human or non-human. Thus, we are all connected with each other. We should do our duty to the best of our ability without worrying about success or failure. We must learn from our failures and go forward without letting our failures defeat us. To become a perfect person, we need to control or limit our desires. O Lord, how can we keep from getting angry? We get angry if our desire is not fulfilled. So the best way to control anger is to control or limit our desires. We should not want too many things. Desires begin in the mind, so we should control our mind. If we don't control our mind, we drift like a ship without its rudder. The desire for pleasure takes one to the dark alley of sin, gets us in trouble, and prevents our progress. Arjuna was a very good example of such concentration. Here is a story about him. The graduation test. Guru Drona was the military teacher for both the Kauravas and the Pandavas. At the end of their military training came final examination time. Drona put a wooden eagle on the branch of a nearby tree. Nobody knew it was just a doll. It looked like a real eagle. To pass the graduation test, every one of the students was supposed to cut off the eagle's head with one arrow. Guru Drona first asked Yudhishthira, the eldest of the Pandavas, "Get ready, look at the eagle and tell me what you are seeing." Yudhishthira replied, "I see the sky, the clouds, the tree trunk, the branches, the leaves, and the eagle sitting there." Guru Drona was not very pleased with this answer. He asked the same of all the students. One by one, every one of them gave a similar answer. Then came Arjuna's turn for the test. Drona asked Arjuna, "Get ready, look at the eagle and tell me what you are seeing." Arjuna replied, "I only see the eagle and nothing else." Drona then asked a second question. "If you are seeing the eagle, then tell me how strong is its body and what is the color of its wings." Arjuna replied, "I am only seeing its head and not the entire body." Guru Drona was much pleased with Arjuna's answer and asked him to go ahead with the test. Arjuna easily cut off the head of the eagle with one arrow because he was concentrating on his aim with a single mind. He passed the test with flying colors. Arjuna was not only the greatest warrior of his time, but also a compassionate karma yogi. Lord Krishna chose Arjuna as a medium to impart the knowledge of the Holy Gita. We all should follow the example of Arjuna. Be like Arjuna. Arjuna Bano. Arjuna Bano. Whatever work you do it with single-minded attention and put your whole heart and mind into it. This is the main theme of Karma Yoga of the Gita and the secret of success in anything you do. A word for the youth from Swami Vivekananda. Whatever you are doing, put your whole mind on it. If you are shooting, your mind should be only on the target. Then you will never miss. If you are learning your lessons, think only of the lesson. In India, boys and girls are taught to do this. Oh.